Everyone, welcome back to a new post today. Today let's look at the most important topics that you need to remember for the upcoming prelims examination of UPSC 2026 with regard to August 4th. And the very first is about the Sairang Railway helping in regional connectivity in the Northeast. Now the Sairang Railway is a track that is inaugurated in Mizoram and it is said to be a boost to the Act East policy. So the very first issue is about what exactly is Act East policy? Now, the Act East policy was announced by the present Prime Minister Narendra Modi in 2014. It was an ambitious version of the Look East policy of the previous governments that was initiated in 1991 with the key objective of transforming the northeastern region into India's gateway to the ASEAN countries or the ASEAN bloc, which include countries like Myanmar, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, Indonesia, Singapore, etc. Now, according to the official data, the centre increased the budgetary allocations for the region by 300% from just 36,100 crore rupees in 14 and 15 to 1 lakh crore in 10 years, that is from 2024-25. And 10 kilometers of highway and 800 kilometers of railway tracks have been developed. 8 new airports have been established to improve connectivity. Several inland waterway projects have been undertaken, vital linking the Southeast Asia by the Dimapur-Zubza near Kohima in Nagaland and the Moreh-Imphal plan in Manipur and the Asian Highway 1 from Assam to Moreh via Kohima and Imphal. While the Nagaland project is on track, the ethnic conflict in Manipur has now derailed the railway line that is connecting Imphal and Moreh. Now, the connectivity projects in this link of Northeast to the Southeast Asia region have not progressed beyond India's borders due to the unrest in India's neighborhood. The Act East policy ran into a civil war following Myanmar military coup, and the Agartala-Akaura railway project, which would have provided Tripura faster access to Bangladesh via Kolkata and connectivity to Chittagong port in Myanmar, has been stalled. Another most ambitious project, which is inter-country, is the Kaladan multimodal transport project in Myanmar, which would have reduced the distance between Kolkata and Mizoram by 1,000 kilometers. Now, the second point is about the Sairang railway line that was commissioned for giving a boost to India's Act East policy. Mizoram has 1.5 kilometers of meter gauge railway track connecting Bairabi in the state's district to Assam Silchar, and therefore to convert the gauge of the railway track, this ambitious project has been taken. This extension of this project is the Sairang, which envisages laying of a 51-kilometer track, which is an all-weather track and also a very in a landslide-prone region, and it is a part of India's railway plan of 2012. About this Sairang railway station is also very close to the Mizoram's railway capital. Therefore, the Bairabi Sairang section, which was cleared recently, it awaits inauguration, which will be a much boost to the Mizoram state and also a most ambitious project for the government of India. Now, what is the significance of this project? One, because Mizoram is landlocked and therefore needs fastest access to the country, and this happens only through air. The Aizawl-Silchar highway, also via Sairang, is the second fastest option to the state. Trains, including Rajdhani Express, have been proposed from Sairang but have not been culminated yet. And railway officials say the biggest gain for the state will be tourism, transportation of goods, and reducing dependence upon the trucks to a large extent. This is a strategic boost for Mizoram, envisaging road and rail connectivity to improve connectivity not only to Mizoram but also the ASEAN region. And the next most important issue for today is about your classification of rich and poor countries. One classification is done by the gross national income by World Bank, in which it classifies the countries into low, middle, upper middle and high income. The United Nations has a separate classification of the countries which includes landlocked developing countries, small island developing countries, which we very oftenly hear them during climate change summit, heavily indebted poor countries. We have the least developed countries countries. Apart from that, we have the least developed countries. These are the countries based on the G and I. The United Nations also classifies a country into fuel exporting countries. Apart from that, developing economies by region, economies in transition, and developed countries as well. This is according to the purchasing power parity. So there is a GNI method along with this purchasing power parity as well that is used by the United Nations. And the next most important issue is about stable coin ordinances now being brought about by Hong Kong. It is a digital currency like cryptocurrency, but not exactly like Bitcoin and Ether, because it is much more stable and therefore called as stable coin. Hong Kong therefore seeks to regulate certain currencies through the stable coin ordinances, along with now USA as well. They are stable because their value is pegged in terms of assets like gold and also other currencies like USA dollars. And the value of the Bitcoin, on the other hand, is pegged based on an algorithm that depends upon demand of the Bitcoin. Stablecoin is very different from central bank digital currency, where the digital currency is issued by the central bank, while stable coins are privately issued. Other countries also started to regulate the stable coins, with the USA planning to bring in the Genius Act that is going to regulate the stable coins. And recently we had the Maharashtra Control of Organized Crime Act or the Makoka court setting free the Malegaon blast convicts. So what exactly is organized crime? Organized crime refers to transnational, national or local groups of centralized enterprises that engage in illegal activities, most commonly for profit. That's the defined definition. We do not have crime defined in the Constitution. However, we have certain articles dealing with criminal law. That is about Article 20, which protects the persons with regard to conviction for certain offences, right of life and liberty under Article 21, right against prevent arbitrary detention and arrest under Article 22. We also have the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita now that deals with crime in the country as well, and the procedures investigating prosecution and punishing them. Some examples of organized crime are currency counterfeiting, cybercrime, drug production, trafficking, distribution fraud like digital fraud, commercial fraud, illicit waste trafficking, intellectual property crime, migrant smuggling, organized property crime, trafficking of firearms, trafficking in human beings, trafficking of endangered species, and sports corruption as well. Now, the International Institute of Potato, which is at Peru, that is a South American country, will now soon hit the markets with biofortified potatoes, and India has a potato belt in the northern India extending to the eastern India as well. Biofortified sweet potatoes additionally added vitamin A uses technology developed by the Center of International Potato are already available in Karnataka, Assam, West Bengal, Odisha, and the CIP will take efforts to make available the seeds of the biofortified sweet potato to farmers as well. Recently, an agreement was signed between the Union Agriculture Ministry and the Center of International Potato Center, Peru, for recognizing the potential of biofortified potato and also sharing of seeds to the country as well. The focus is on iron fortification in potatoes. That's because of the high rate of anemia, and similarly high rate of anemia even in Peru as well. Biofortification is the practice of breeding crops by increasing their nutritional value. This is done by selective breeding or even through genetic engineering. Biofortification is very different from the regular fortification, where foods or certain cereals are coated with nutrients while they are processed, and it is an improvement over the ordinary fortification when it comes to providing nutrients to the rural poor who rarely have access to commercially fortified foods. Biofortification is seen as an upcoming strategy to deal with deficiencies of micronutrients, broken anchor in low middle income, and in the case of iron deficiency, WHO has already estimated that biofortification could help cure 2 billion people with anemia. And biofortification is a process by which nutrient density of the food crops is increased using conventional plant breeding and improved agronomic practices, modern biotechnology, by significantly enhancing the characteristic of the crop. So these are the most important topics I thought I should be, and the last one is about the sports bill. So Centre is going to bring up a sports bill as well. Please look into the features of the sports bill. So these are the most important topics I thought I should be discussing with you all for August 4th. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment at the end of the video. I shall see you in my next post. Until then, it's very happy learning.